Hello everyone, let me tell you about Akkoo Manooyyee, a name whispered on the wind, a name that echoes in the heart of every Oromo person. She is the mother, the protector, the symbol of our strength. Akkoo Manooyyee is not just a story, she represents the spirit of the Oromo people. A long time ago the Oromo people lived in a land ruled by a very mean king. This king, he was scared of the Oromo. He was scared of their strength, how many there were, and their spirit. So he came up with a bad plan to weaken them. The king ordered every Oromo family to give him their firstborn daughters. These girls would be taken away. They would be forced to work as servants in the king's palace, and they would never see their families again. The Oromo people were heartbroken. They were so sad, thinking about losing their daughters. Among these families lived a woman named Manooyyee. She was known for being brave, wise, and for her fierce love for her people. Manooyyee had a daughter, a beautiful baby girl, her pride and joy. She was named Akkoo. The day came when the king's soldiers arrived to take the Oromo daughters. Mothers cried, fathers held their daughters tight, but they couldn't stop the king's men. Manooyyee refused to let her daughter be taken. She held Akkoo close, her heart pounding. Manooyyee knew she had to be strong, not just for herself but for all Oromo people. She made a big decision, a decision that would change everything. She would give up her own freedom to save her daughter and give hope to her people. Manooyyee, with tears running down her face, gave baby Akkoo to a trusted friend. "Run!" she urged. "Take her far away to the elders in the mountains. They will protect her, keep her safe, keep her spirit strong." The friend, carrying baby Akkoo, disappeared into the forest, just as the king's soldiers reached Manoyyee's home. Manooyyee was captured and taken to the king's palace. But she remained hopeful, believing that Akkoo would survive, that one day she would return and free her people. Akkoo grew up in the mountains, raised by the elders. They taught her the Oromo traditions, the stories of her people, the songs of freedom. Akkoo learned quickly. She sang before she could speak, her voice echoing through the mountains. Her songs were filled with longing for her mother, for her people, for a time when they would all be free. Years went by. Akkoo grew into a strong and courageous young woman. The elders saw in her the spirit of her mother, the fire of resistance burning bright. They knew it was time for Akkoo to return to her people. Akkoo traveled from village to village, sharing her mother's story. She sang about the king's cruelty, about her mother's sacrifice, about the Oromo spirit that could never be broken. Her songs touched the hearts of the people, reminding them of their strength, their unity, their shared dream of freedom. Akkoo's songs became anthems of hope. The Oromo people, inspired by Akkoo and remembering her mother, found their strength again. They started to resist the king's rule. They refused to be divided and controlled any longer. The king, hearing about Akkoo and the growing unrest among the Oromo, was very angry. He sent his soldiers to capture her, but Akkoo was always one step ahead. She was protected by her people, hidden by the very land she sang for. Finally, the Oromo, united under Akkoo's leadership, fought against the king. The battle was long and hard, but the Oromo, fueled by their righteous anger and the spirit of Akkoo Manooyyee, won. The king was overthrown. His reign of terror was finally over. Akkoo Manooyyee, though she never saw her mother again, had done what she was meant to do. She had freed her people and brought them together. She became their leader, their queen, ruling with wisdom and compassion. Akkoo Manoyyyee's story is more than just a legend. It shows the power of courage, how important sacrifice is, and the unwavering spirit of the Oromo people. Her name reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope can grow and freedom can be won. Even today, Akkoo Manoyyyee's songs are sung by the Oromo people. Her story is passed down from parents to children, keeping her spirit alive. Akkoo Manooyyee is a symbol of hope, a reminder that the fight for freedom is never really over, and that the spirit of a people can never be broken.